The most memorable foods of the 1980s you probably forgot about. Welcome to the 1980s, a decade known for bold music, iconic movies, and memorable trends. Even our snacks and foods reflected this exciting era. While classics from earlier years stayed popular, the 80s introduced new, tasty treats that left a lasting impression. In this video, we'll explore the flavors that define the 80s, some still around and others that only remain in our nostalgic memories. Join us as we rediscover the unique and flavorful foods of the 1980s. Dr. Pepper Gum. Soda companies also ventured into the gum market. Dr. Pepper Gum became quite popular, and other sodas like RC and 7-Up also had their own versions. Hershey Bar Nun. The Hershey Bar Nun launched in 1986 in California and nationwide in 1987, featured a cocoa wafer, chocolate filling, peanuts, and a milk chocolate coating. In 1992, it was reformulated to include 2 wafers, chocolate coating, peanuts, and caramel. Now, despite its initial success, it was discontinued in 1997, though it remains available in Mexico. TSkins. Keebler's TSkins, introduced in the mid-80s, were made from potato peels. They later added flavors like cheddar cheese and bacon, sour cream and chives, and barbecue. Although Keebler no longer makes them, similar snacks are available from the TGIF restaurant chain. Fruit Rollups. The 1980s brought innovative snacks like fruit roll-ups from Fruit Corners, which are still sold today. In 1986, the company also introduced Fruit Wrinkles, wrinkled fruit pieces packaged similarly to the popular California Raisins merchandise that kids love. Pudding Pies. Hostess pudding pies, available in chocolate and vanilla, were a unique treat in the 80s. And though Hostess no longer makes them, some lesser-known bakery brands still produce similar knockoff products. Pudding Pops. Kids love pudding, but frozen pudding takes it up a notch. Although companies shared recipes for pudding pops in the 1960s, it wasn't until 1979 that General Foods launched Jello Pudding Pops. And with Bill Cosby as their spokesperson, these popsicles, available in chocolate, vanilla, and chocolate vanilla swirl, became a hit in the 1980s. Now, despite their popularity, they were discontinued in the 1990s due to profitability. Peanut Butter Bopper. In 1985, General Mills introduced Peanut Butter Bopper, a popular snack bar with a creamy peanut butter center and crunchy exterior. Initially available in fudge chip and Honeycrisp peanut butter, they later added fudge graham and cookie crunch. Within 90 days, they captured 9% of the snack market. Unfortunately, these bars are no longer available. Keebler Magic Middles. Keebler Magic Middles were shortbread cookies with fudge or peanut butter filling. Popular in the 80s and often found in kids' lunchboxes, despite their popularity, they were discontinued as the equipment was repurposed for another product. Fans still hope for a comeback with dedicated Facebook pages, but the cookies remain unavailable. CocaCola and the new Coke. Coca-Cola, a leading soda company that everybody's heard of, experimented with new products in the 1980s. In 1982, they launched Diet Coke with artificial sweeteners, followed by caffeine-free Diet Coke in 1983. Both were highly successful. Facing competition from Pepsi and a preference for diet drinks, Coca-Cola introduced New Coke on April 23, 1985. Initially, sales were good, but demand quickly declined, and customers wanted the original formula back. By July 11, 1985, Coca-Cola executives announced the return of the classic formula. The Netflix show Stranger Things briefly brought back New Coke, but it has since faded into soda history. Bubblegum sodas. In the 1980s, even bubblegum brands joined the soda craze. Hubba Bubba released a bubblegum flavored soda, but it didn't last long. Jolt Cola, however, gained a decent popularity. Known for its high caffeine content, it still tasted similar to RC Cola. And while its popularity eventually waned, Jolt Cola can still occasionally be found. Bonkers. Bonkers candy, introduced by Nabisco in the mid-1980s, was known for its humorous commercials featuring people getting hit on the head by giant fruit. Available in assorted fruit flavors and chocolate, Bonkers were chewy candies that resembled gum. Although they were no longer sold, there are often rumors circling their return. Cheetos. In 1983, Cheetos released a bacon-flavored version of their popular snacks in both crunchy and puff forms. While these flavors are no longer available, Chester's bacon cheddar fries offer a very similar taste. Nabisco Swiss cheese crackers. Nabisco introduced Swiss cheese crackers in the 80s, featuring holes like real Swiss cheese. Now, despite their not tasting exactly like Swiss cheese, they were cheesy, crispy, and delicious. Although they've been discontinued, similar products can sometimes be found from other brands. Pepsi Slice. PepsiCo launched Slice in 1984, a soft drink made with a small percentage of real fruit juice. This sweet, fizzy drink was a hit until it was discontinued in 2005. However, New Slice Ventures LLC has since acquired the rights, so Slice may still be found in Canada and the US. Tribbles. In the mid-80s, Keebler released Tribbles, bite-sized cookies available in chocolate chip and mint chocolate. Often found in vending machines, Tribbles disappeared by the early 90s. Burger War. The 1980s saw an intense burger war among fast food giants. Burger King's Whopper had been around since the 50s, but Wendy's gained attention with its "Where's the Beef" commercials. In 1984, McDonald's introduced the McDLT, a burger with a unique styrofoam packaging that kept the hot and cool ingredients separate until they were ready to eat. Despite its popularity, McDonald's discontinued the McDLT in late 1990 due to concerns over styrofoam packaging. Cereals. The 1980s introduced a range of cereals linked to popular movies and shows. Kellogg's launched C-3POs in 1984 following the release of Return of the Jedi. Ralston made Rainbow Bright cereal, while Post created Smurf Berry Crunch in 1983, and later introduced Smurf Magic Berries with mini marshmallows. Even Nintendo joined the cereal market with a 2-in-1 Super Mario Bros. And Zelda-themed cereal. Another notable cereal from the 80s was Dinky Donuts by Ralston Purina, released in 1980, featuring kids in business attire in its commercials. Kellogg's tried Banana Frosted Flakes in the 80s, but it only lasted about 3 years. However, some cereals had lasting success, such as General Mills Cinnamon Toast Crunch, introduced in 1984, which remains popular today. Gum. Topps, known for the gum in baseball and garbage pail kids cards, also made gum shaped like little juice cartons. Popular flavors included grape, orange, and apple. The intense flavor lasted only about 30 seconds, leading kids to chew through the whole carton quickly. These juice carton gums are rare today and not as popular as in the early 80s. Oreo Big Stuff. The Oreo Big Stuff, a giant Oreo cookie 10 times the size of a regular one, was introduced in 1984 and sold in boxes of 10. It was available for about 7 years before being discontinued. Since then, Oreo had continued experimenting with different cookie varieties, but many fans hope for the return of the Oreo Big Stuff. McDonald's experiments. In addition to the McDLT, McDonald's introduced the McRib in 1981. Although not an actual rib, the sandwich consists of processed pork meat covered in barbecue sauce on a bun. The McRib has been a recurring menu item, with fans eagerly anticipating its occasional return. Chicken McNuggets. McDonald's introduced Chicken McNuggets in 1983. These deep-fried chicken pieces have been a staple on the menu ever since, enjoyed by kids and adults alike, making them a classic from the Golden Arches. Hot Pockets. Hot Pockets, microwavable pastries with filling like ham and cheese or pepperoni pizza, hit the frozen food aisle in 1983. They quickly became a favorite snack for kids after school, college students, and busy parents. Today, a variety of flavors are available, and most people have tried them at some point. Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces, tiny peanut butter candies, debuted in 1978, but gained major popularity in the 80s. Their big break came in 1982 with the release of Steven Spielberg's movie E.T. boosting sales by 65%. Doritos. Doritos originated in the 1960s, but a new flavor, Cool Ranch Doritos, was introduced in 1986. This unique favorite flavor stood out in the market and remains popular today. Giggles. Giggles, shortbread cookies filled with fudge and vanilla cream, were introduced by Nabisco in the 1980s. These cookies featured silly faces that made people giggle and were sold for about a decade. The 1980s introduced many memorable foods, some of which have endured and remain popular today. I hope you enjoyed this nostalgic look back at some of the most iconic foods of the 1980s. If you liked this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching.